Can you clarify that? And are you suggesting that education funds are being mismanaged by school boards?
Well, I'm just hearing what we're hearing from teachers, and one of the points that I made on the show this weekend is we know that we're spending about 12,000 to 14,000 per student on a classroom. If you have a classroom of 30 kids, you just do the math on that. That should be more than enough to have a teacher and an education assistant in every single classroom, and we don't. So I think it's worth us asking where the dollars are going.
Darvo Smith is at it again, pointing the finger at everyone else to deflect from the failures of her government. Do we remember what Darvo stands for, kids? D stands for deny. Like deny that the UCP is at all responsible for any of the problems happening either in schools or at school boards, despite the fact that her own government has encouraged hostility towards schools and teachers who do things like support and affirm queer youth. They've wasted the time and patience of qualified educators with provincial government bullshit around the books that major publishers already do heaps of vetting on to ensure that they're appropriate for different age groups. They've encouraged naive voters to focus their outrage at educators and educational institutions, while Danielle and the UCP sell off their kids' futures for pennies on the loony. And really, whenever the UCP is in trouble for how they've mismanaged anything, be it in education, healthcare, oil royalties, whatever, this strategy is the one they use, and it always starts with denying. The next step is attack. Like we've said, they want people in this case to attack school boards, and thus by proxy, teachers. They want people to attack queer people. They prattle on about freedom of expression, while at the same time encouraging people to attack anyone who looks slightly out of place and use them as a scapegoat so that people are too distracted by the spectacle to notice the shit that they're doing in back rooms. So they attack in the hopes that their minions will attack, and while you're attacking, they spend the money. And of course, the RVO stands for Reverse Victim and Offender. In this case, Danielle is trying to claim that the teachers are saying that the problem is the school board. Does anyone believe that Danielle Sith is capable of listening to a teacher? I'm pretty sure if that person's bank account doesn't have 6 zeros at least, her ears just don't work. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure school boards aren't perfect, but the fact is the UCP views Albertans exclusively as manual labor in the oil fields. They don't want a well-educated population who can think critically, because a well-educated population does not vote for a cynical party that constantly enables resource companies to operate cheaply and pay as little as possible into things that support the greater good of the population in the province. But if Danielle did not employ the Darvo tactic so expertly, might wake up to the fact that they have so much more potential than the UCP tells them.